Hello everyone, my name is Dailey, and my informative speech is over parenting styles. Have you ever wondered why your parents are so different from your friends' parents and how this affected you growing up? Today I'll discuss the 4 different parenting styles acknowledged by educational psychologists so that you may gain a better understanding of your own upbringing, both in the social world and educational field. It is important to understand the difference between these styles and how each affected the ways in which children are brought up to act and view the world. It is important for us to first understand that there is a difference between parenting styles and practices. Parenting styles are defined as specific behaviors that parents use to socialize their children. An example of this would be if a parent is trying to socialize their child to be successful in school, they may work on the child's homework with them or attend school functions. According to the article entitled A Review of the Relationship Among Parenting Practices, Parenting Styles, and Adolescent School Achievement, socialization refers to the manner by which a child, through education, training, observation, and experience, acquires skills, motives, attitudes, and behaviors that are required for successful adaptation to a family and a culture. Nancy Darling, the author of Parenting Styles and Its Correlates, notes the 2 important elements of parenting, which include parenting responsiveness and parenting demandingness. The 4 distinct parenting styles include authoritarian, authoritative, indulgent, or uninvolved. The first parenting style I will discuss is authoritarian, which is characterized by a high need for control and obedience. This approach is very active by the parent. The parent closely monitors the child's behavior. Parents have strict guidelines for this behavior and apply strong consequences when children fail to follow such guidelines. This style emphasizes a large respect for authority and has the following effects. It is distinctive in that it blocks bilateral communication between parent and child, which means the child does not feel open enough to talk to their parent about issues that they have. This style has also been shown to have a negative association with the child's grades at school. According to Anita Gurian, the author of Parenting Styles, Children's Temperaments, The Match, she says the children of authoritarian mothers were nearly 5 times as likely to be overweight as those of authoritative mothers. Now that you know a little more about the authoritarian style, I will switch to explain the characteristics associated with the second, authoritative. The most important characteristic of this parenting style is a strong sense of commitment to promoting the child's well-being. This approach is also very active by parents, and it includes a set, definite behavioral guidelines, which children are increasingly allowed to make their own decisions within these guidelines as they mature and get older. There are definite, clear standards set and enforced for the children by the parent. The following effects are characteristic of this style. There is an encouraged sense of open communication between parent and child, and parents promote an independence within reasonable limits. Christopher Sparrow also notes in his article that authoritative parenting styles are often associated with higher levels of achievement in the classroom. Now that you understand the traits of the first 2, I will shift focus to the third parenting style, permissive. It is characterized by an emotionally involved relationship with a child and is common among warm, well-meaning, middle-class parents. This approach is also very active and seeks to please the child as well as protect the child from all physical and psychological discomfort. Parents are often motivated by a desire to give the child opportunities and material resources that the parent did not have themselves during their youth. Overindulgence, however, tends to have these negative effects. The child comes to dominate the parent, as well as being self-indulgent, impulsive, and/or socially inept. This parenting approach is ultimately negatively associated with the children's grades. The last style of parenting is much different from the previous three. Some might consider it to be the opposite end of the parenting spectrum from the indulgent style, which we just discussed. This approach is the uninvolved. This approach is very passive by the parent. It includes few demands from the parent regarding the child's behavior, and it involves little meaningful communication with the child. Independence is permitted to the child freely without the development of self-confidence and decision-making skills. In conclusion, I hope you understand the concepts of the four parenting styles and their distinct characteristics, as well as the effects that they have on each child. I will leave you with the lasting result found in an article entitled Parenting Styles and School Dropout, a Longitudinal Study. Adolescents who at age 14 perceived their parents as authoritative were more likely to have completed upper secondary education by age 22 compared to the previous three, authoritarian, permissive, or indulgent. I believe it is important to think back on your own upbringing when contemplating why we do certain things and who we are as a person. I hope that understanding these parenting styles will help you to evaluate which approach or multiple approaches your parents used while you were growing up. Thank you.